Hey guys, it's me, Sarah Merritt again, and I did make a video about anxiety and depression, which kind of go hand in hand. If you have it, you'll know that it does go hand in hand, because when you have a panic attack or when you have anxiety, it makes you kind of a recluse. You don't want other people knowing that you have these problems, so on top of that, you become a recluse, and in general, it makes you antisocial and embarrassed, and you start becoming depressed because of those feelings. So anyways, a little insight on my life and what I'm going through right now, which is I'm here at my mother's house, and she's single, she lives alone, she's close to 70 years old, and I have a 9-year-old son, and I'm here because my ex-husband is an abusive person, and so I decided to come here and to get out of the situation. Now, I do own my own home. It is paid off, but unfortunately, I put his name on the house, which brings me back to the medication that they give you for anxiety. If you're taking a benzo, which is a tranquilizer, it makes you subdued. It makes you agree with anything. People can talk you into almost anything and you'll agree. He talked me into putting his name on my house, and I agreed because I was taking a very high amount of this benzo. So anyways, now I'm screwed and I'm here, but that's okay because I'm fighting through it now. I got off the medication, but my anxiety is an all-time high right now. So anyways, this is my mother's house. Well, the bedroom I'm staying in, and we'll go upstairs and we'll meet my son, my love of my life. So we'll go up the stairs, and she lives on a 3-story house. So bear with me, okay? Because that's just one of the 4 sets of stairs that I have to climb every single day to get to the kitchen, which is all the way on the top floor. So 1, 2, second floor, 3, 4. I lost track. I said 5. Okay, we're upstairs. And I don't see my child. I don't see my son. Talon! Now he's downstairs. It's getting tiring. Hey, what do you want to eat? This is my son, everybody.
No, not at! Go check out my YouTube channel, Talon Spitzer.
He has a YouTube channel. It's called Talon Spitzer. TALON SPITZER. That's my mom's dog. Say hi. His name is Jasper. I got him from the pound for my mom. She loves him. So anyways, now that I've climbed the mountain, I will now proceed to make a late lunch. And I gotta find out what my son wants for a late lunch. What do you want, Talon?
What?
What do you want for lunch?
Don't know.
He's so buff. We'll come right back to that.
Wait, no, what? I don't know.
I'll think about it.
Anything, just do anything.
Okay.
Like pizza or something.
Pizza?
Well, I don't know.
All right. So anyways, this is my life right now. I am not working. I was in an accident 3 years ago. I broke both legs. I broke my hip. I messed up my spine and my back. I was a bodybuilder for many years. I've worked out since I was about 13. I've done jiu-jitsu and boxing as well as other MMA things. I was always very, very active. And my anxiety hit me really bad about 8 years ago. And that's a year after I had my son. I believe that I had like postpartum, and I didn't know how to deal with it. My first anxiety attack was pretty bad. I was rushed to the ER. I was severely dehydrated on top of it, and I didn't know what was wrong. Nobody told me what was wrong. They didn't figure anything out. They just sent me on my way, and they kept reoccurring. That was probably the scariest time in my life. I had a newborn child. I couldn't work at the time because I didn't know what my health issues were and why I was getting these anxiety attacks, which I didn't even know that they were anxiety attacks. I thought something was wrong with my heart. Most of you that have panic attacks will think that you're having a heart attack, will think that you're dying. It's the worst feeling in the world. I'd rather go through labor, surgery, anything, instead of having panic attacks. It's horrible. But anyways, that's part of my story. And my life has been very hard. And I try to stay positive through all the negative. It's hard to live this life, especially when you have a young child, because you want to be the best parent you could possibly be, and you put too much pressure on yourself. None of us are perfect. None of us are going to parent perfectly. We are all going to have those days where we need a break, and even if you share custody with someone, you still have those days that you're like, my mind is overwhelmed. For me, it can be the beginning of my menstrual cycle. I go crazy for the first week before I start it. And for me, it's hell because it lasts like 14 days. From the moodiness to actually starting, it's such a long process, and it just makes me so exhausted. There's so many things that can fire off these anxieties. And the most important thing is learning how to get through it, survive it, and try to live your life. Not just survive, but live. And that's what I'm going to try and do every day until I beat this. Because I was reading something, and to me, it just hit a chord. It said, you have to be strong. You have to be a strong person. If God dealt you this, you have to be a strong person to get through it. Because if you're not, it can take you over. And I am strong. I'm very strong. My will is very strong. When I really want to do something, I put my mind to it and I can do it. And everyone can. We all have that in us. There's no excuses. Everybody's life is messed up. Everybody's had trauma in their life. I'm 37. My dad was an alcoholic. We were poor. We didn't have a phone, a TV, a car, heat, water. We didn't have anything growing up. Seriously, nothing except for a roof over our heads that had holes in it everywhere. And we were born and raised in Oregon. It's a very small town. We always constantly had the people from the power, water, whatever, knocking on our door, asking for rent, utility money, everything. We stood in line to get food. I mean, it was awful. My dad would come home and fight with my mom because he was drunk. And I remember one day thinking, I hope to God my dad just does not come home, because I didn't want them to fight. I loved him. I loved my mom. I was tired of the fighting. My mom collapsed and she had to be rushed to the hospital because she had an ulcer from so much stress. When we were children, she was gone and we were by ourselves. So the neighbor watched us for, I can't even remember how long. It was horrible. So anyways, like I said, we all have our struggles and our issues. That doesn't define us. It should only make us stronger. So when you're thinking, there's no one out there like me, no one else, believe me, there is. You're not the only one, and you can get through this. You can conquer it. Everybody has anxiety, everybody. It's how much they let it overwhelm them and take them that defines them. So, my son is coming in. So anyways, I'll give you guys some tips next time that I use when I'm going through anxiety. And although they don't help me 100%, they do help to a certain extent. And that is my child.
Hi, honey.
Okay, you guys. Well, thank you for watching. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to subscribe or just ask. You know, I don't even care.
Wait.
If I can reach one person, just one person, and change your life or let them know that I'm here to talk, then that's all I need. So.
Wait, no. Wait, no.
No.
I'm showing them my YouTube
Sorry.
channel. I'm showing them my
That's my son's YouTube video.
YouTube channel.
Oh, and by the way, comment on what he could eat for lunch because I'm really stuck. I don't know what to feed him. So
Wait, hold
anyways,
on. Let's talk.
but yes, if there's one person out there that I can reach, then please, you know, reach out to me because I also need people to talk to too. I feel alone sometimes. I do. And it would be nice to be able to talk to someone who has the same issues as I do. So anyways, bye you guys, and thanks for watching.
Wait.
You are, and I'll talk to you
There you
later.
are. How's my special kitty?
Fine.
Aren't you excited?
This is the best.
It's your
It's
birthday.
so funny.
What? Right now?
All day long, buddy.
Sylvester.
I know, you're 4 years old already. So today's Halloween, and October 31st is
Wait.
all this is to be nice to Gibbs. He's gonna get his catnip, based time together with you. You're a... But
Come on.
you're gonna have to find it.
It's gone.
It's not just gone. Sylvester, don't give up. You lost it, hey! Eventually I did find where he
Talking
put it
kitty.
in the worst possible place.
Yucky.
I have no idea why he does that. But kudos to Sylvester for trying to help me find the remote control, and not so many kudos.
Okay, we're not gonna do drugs or have fun doing that. So, but anyways, he likes it and I like it too. It's funny. I watch it with him.
So he got his
I wouldn't let the
and
kids
Gibson
watch
got
it
to try
alone.
some too.
Bye guys.
But